Welcome to Transfer Pricing Problem 8. Let's see the problem statement. A company is organized into two large divisions. Division A produces a component which is used by Division B in making a final product. Observe here, Division B is purchasing from Division A to make a final product. The final product which is produced by Division B is sold for rupees 400 each. Keep it in mind, Division B is selling the final product at rupees 400 each. Then Division A has the capacity to produce 2000 units and the entire quantity can be purchased by Division B. So the total production is 2000 units. So 2000 units which is produced by Division A is entirely purchased from Division B to make a final product. Well, Division A informed that due to installation of new machine, its depreciation cost had gone up and wanted to increase the price of the component to be supplied to Division B to rupees 220. So Division A is thought of increasing the price which is supplied to Division B to rupees 220. Well, Division B, however, can buy the component from market at rupees 200 each. So you can observe here, Division B can buy the component from the market at rupees 200 each. But Division B is ready to give at rupees 220. The variable cost of Division B in manufacturing the final product by using the component is rupees 150, that is excluding the component cost. This means, as I told you, Division B is purchasing from Division A to make a final product. So after it buys from Division A, while it is making a final product, it will incur some cost. That cost nothing but the variable cost. So the cost which is incurred by Division B in order to convert the goods into final product, the cost is 150 per component. That the cost is rupees 150. Well, the variable cost for Division A is rupees 190 per component. So 150 is what it is incurred by Division B when it is making a final product. But for Division A, it is incurring 190 per component when it is making a supply to the next division, that is to the Division B. Let me repeat. Variable cost of Division A is 190. Variable cost of Division B is 150. Let's see what we have to calculate and in which situation. Present the statement. Again here it's nothing but the profitability statement. Present the statement indicating position of each division and the company as a whole, taking each of the following situations separately. There are certain situations given, so we have to take each situation separately and we need to calculate the profit for the whole company. It's not just about Division A or Division B, but we have to give a comment as a whole to the company which particular situation is best. So let's see what are the situations. Point number A, if there are no alternatives used for the production facility of A, will the company benefit if Division B buys from outside suppliers at rupees 200 per component? Observe very carefully. If there are no alternatives used, no alternatives used is nothing but for Division A, if it is fully concentrating on producing and selling it to the other division, means if it is producing only this type of components and selling it to either market or to the division B. It's not concentrating on anything else. That's nothing but alternatives. No alternatives used. If this situation is there, then we have to calculate, will the company benefit if division B buys from outside suppliers at rupees 200 per component? Here we have to calculate two things. The question here asked is, we have to say whether the whole company is going to benefit if division B is buying from the outside supplier at rupees 200 per component. You can observe here, which I marked over here, that is in the market it is available for rupees how much? 200. The same thing is said here. So if division B is getting the same kind of component from the market at rupees 200, will the whole company make a profit? Here we have to calculate the profit statement in two situations. Okay, so that is, what would be the, if the division B buys from division A, this is one situation. The other situation is if division B just directly buys the product from outside market. So when you compare the profits of both the situation, you can give a suggestion for this particular situation. Let us go for the second situation, that is, if alternative facilities of A are not otherwise idle, and the alternate use of facility will give an annual cash operating savings of rupees 30,000 to division A. So should division B purchase the component from outside supplier? The difference between the first and the second situation is, in the first situation, in division A, it is said that no alternatives used. But in case of second situation, it said that if it is used for alternative uses, that is division A is put for alternative use, then it will result for them in savings of rupees 30,000. You have to keep it in mind this very carefully. So if it is put for alternative use, which one? Division A is put for alternative use, then division A is going to get a savings of rupees 30,000. So our duty is to calculate, should division B purchase the component from the outside supplier. Here we are calculating the profit for division A also, division B also. In each and every situation we will calculate the profit for division A as well as division B, because we need to get to know as a whole for the company which is more beneficial. So in this situation, for division A, the profit it is earning is 30,000. If it is put to alternative use, then the further thing we have to calculate, if division B is purchasing the component from outside supplier. As we discussed, outside supplier is supplying for how much rupees? It is for 200 rupees. Okay, so based on these two situations, we need to calculate the profit of the company as a whole. Let's see the third situation. If there are no alternatives used for the production facilities of division A, and the selling price for component in the outside market drops by rupees 15, should the division B purchase from outside supplier? The third situation said that here also there is no alternative use, just as in the case of the first one, no alternatives used is in the case of division A. And the situation given here is division B is ready to buy the products from the outside market, but the thing which is given here is the outside market price is dropped by 50. What was that market price? It was, you can observe here, rupees 200, which is dropped by 15 is nothing but it will be 185. So the price in the outside market, it will be 185. So in this situation also, we need to calculate the profit of division A and as well as the profit of division B, so that you can calculate the total profit for the company as a whole. So these are the three situations which is given. So in the three situations, we need to calculate which one is beneficial. The fourth one is said that what transfer price would you fix for the component in each of the above circumstances? We have to observe very carefully over here. The first three, we are calculating the profit. In the last one, we are actually calculating the transfer price. Transfer price, as you know the meaning, the price which is charged from one division to another division. In the sense, the price which is charged from division A to division B under three situations is what we have to calculate in the last. That is the point number D. Okay. So let us work out the problem. Well, before moving on with the solution, let me tell you a few things so that you can remember well. The final product of division B, which it is selling to the outside market, is for rupees 400 per unit. Well, if this component is purchased from division B from division A, that is, if division A is selling to division B, it is selling the component at rupees 220. If division B is purchasing the same sort of component from the market, then the market price of the component is rupees 200. The variable cost of division A is rupees 190 per product. Well, the variable cost for division B, it is 150 per product. Well, you can observe in the last, that is the third point, when no alternative given, when the market price drops down by rupees 15. As you can observe, what is the market price? It is 200. So if it is dropping down by 15 rupees, means then the market price will be 185 rupees for the third situation. Well, after all these prices, as we can know that the production or the sales is 2000 units. So if you can remember these things, it will help you to solve the problem. Well, let's see the solution. First, we need to prepare the statement of contribution, nothing but the profit. You can see in the left hand side, the first question which is asked, that is, if there are no alternatives used for the production facility of division A, will the company benefit if division B buys the components from outside suppliers at rupees 200 per component? Well, we have to know what is the profit for the whole contribution, that is a whole company. You can observe here whole company in two situations, that is, the situation we're given here is when component is purchased by division B from the market. The other situation is when the component is purchased by division B from division A. Why we are preparing this is, in order to tell an answer for this, of course we need to know what is the difference of profit if division B is buying the components from market and if division B is buying the component from division A itself. So let's prepare the profit statement. So let's see the profit of division A. So here division A is not selling anything to division B. And you can observe in the question also very clearly that if there are no alternatives used, since there are no alternatives used, what the division A is going to do is, it's going to just manufacture, but it is not selling to outside also, and it's not selling to division B also. That's why the profit of division A will be nil. The next is division B is buying from market. As heading it says, it's buying from market. So let's calculate the profit of division B. So to calculate the profit of division B, or the profit formula is sales minus cost, you get profit. Well, as we already know, what the division B is doing is, it's going to purchase the component, turn it into a final product, and it is selling in the market. You can observe in the question on the left hand side. So the final product is sold for rupees how much? 400 each. What is the units it's selling? It is 2000 units. So sales is 2000 into 400. There is a final product which is sold for the market is 400 rupees per unit. So we got 8 lakh. Then, in order to manufacture the final product, you have to deduct the cost. So the cost will be incurred, that cost has to be deducted. So first is the cost of purchase. As we know, as the heading itself says, this supplying, that is a component, is purchased from outside the market. So let's see the cost which is incurred to purchase from the outside the market. You can observe in the question the left hand side. So the component from market at rupees 200 each. So if it is buying, if the division B is buying from market, it is 200. So 2000 units, you got this much. Next, the variable cost which is incurred to make a final product is, again you can see in the question, so 150. For division B, what is the variable cost? It is, variable cost, it is rupees 150. So 150 into 2000, you got this much. So you can, from sales, if you deduct the cost, you get the profit. So then you can total it. You can total both, you get the total contribution of company as a whole. So let's see for the next one. That is, when component is purchased by division B from division A itself. So division A is selling the component to division B. Let's see how it works out. For division A, well, it is selling to division B. So sales minus cost, you get profit. So let's see the sales. As we know, the number of units is 2000 and 220 is the price. You can observe the question in the left hand side. So division A is raising the profit and it is selling to division B for rupees 220 is what we have taken here. Okay, in that you can deduct the variable cost. So even in the question it's given the variable cost for division A is how much? 190. Division A, that is 190. So if you deduct, you get a profit of 60,000. The next thing is, let's calculate in the same way what is the profit for division B. We'll take the sales. So same thing, it is just purchasing from division A and it is converting it into the final product, selling it to the outside market at rupees 400. Okay, at rupees 400. So 2000 units into 400, you got the sales. So you deduct the purchase cost as well as the variable cost. Here it is purchasing from the division A itself. So it is purchasing for rupees 220. This is the cost which is incurred by division B, and the variable cost which is incurred by division B is 150 per unit. Again, same thing you can observe here. Rupees 150 is the variable cost of division B. Okay, so you got this much. So just sales minus cost, you got the profit. So total the profit of both division A and division B, you will get the total contribution or total profit of the company as a whole. So that is 1,20,000. Now, when you compare the both the situation, that is both the situation, that is when component is purchased from division B from the market, as well as when it is purchased from division A, what is the difference of the contribution is? From the first situation it got 1 lakh, second situation is 1,20,000. Obviously it is better and it is beneficial for the company where the division B can buy the same component from division A instead of making a purchase from the outside market. Well, now the situation 1 got over. So let's see the situation 2. Well, let's see the second situation. You can observe here in the left hand side. If internal facilities of A are not otherwise idle and put to alternative use, they can get a cash saving, that is the operating savings of rupees 30,000 to division A. Observe here, division A is put to alternative use and the division A profit or the savings, the contribution is 30,000. Well, division B is purchasing the component from outside supplier. We have to suggest whether this will work out for the whole company. So let's see with that. Division A, as I told you, the contribution from alternative use is rupees 30,000 is the profit for division A from its resources being put to alternative uses. Next, division B, let's see the profit. Take the sales, same thing, the final product which is just selling to the outside market. Deduct the cost. So first you can deduct the cost of purchase. So here it is purchasing from the division from the market. So for rupees 200. Then variable cost in division B, which is already known, that is 150. You can observe here in the left hand side in the question. From the market, it is purchasing for 200 and the variable cost is 150. That's what we have taken here. Cost to purchase and the variable cost you can add and you can deduct. So from sales, if you deduct the cost, you get the profit. Add both the profit. The total profit for the company is 1,30,000. You can give a comment that the company's contribution when component is purchased from outside shows an increase of rupees 30,000 as compared to when there is interdepartmental transfer. That is, as you can observe here, the division A contribution is 30,000. So when division A is put to alternative use. So because of the increase in this 30,000, so we can comment that this is more beneficial, that is division B can make a purchase of component from outside, since as a whole for the company it is resulting in the profit of 1,30,000. Let's move on with the next thing, that is statement of total contribution when component is available from outside at rupees 125. Let us observe this in the left hand side with the question. Observe the point number C. So if there are no alternatives used for the production A and the selling price for component in the outside market drops by rupees 15. That is, as I told you, what is the market price for the component is 200. It is reduced by 15 rupees is nothing but the 185 rupees. So let's calculate the profit. Well, there are no alternative views. That's why the profit of division A will be nil. Then let's calculate the profit for division B. Sales, same thing, which is it's selling to the outside market. Deduct the variable cost. First is cost of purchase. Well, as I told you, it's buying from the outside market. Now the component price is reduced to rupees 185 because 15 rupees is dropped down from 200. Then the variable cost of division B remains the same, that is 150, which you can see in the left hand side in the question. Same thing. So 150 into 2000, you got this much. So just deduct from sales, deduct the cost, you get the profit. So total the profit that is the 1,30,000 is the company's total contribution. Well, the comment is that if the component is purchased by division B from division A, the contribution is only 1,20,000 as calculated under the first one. But when you compare with this situation 2 and situation 3, so this will be the same benefit it gets. So the company can buy its components from the outside market. Well, let's see the fourth one. What is the fourth situation? What is the transfer price would you fix for the component in each of the above circumstances? For all the three situations, we need to tell what would be the transfer price that it should be fixed. Observe here, transfer price, nothing but the price which is fixed by division A to division B. Okay, so let's see what is the price which is to be fixed. So in the first situation, when there are no alternatives, so the production facilities of department A, so division A can charge the variable cost, that is 190 per component. You need to observe very carefully. Till the three steps we calculated the profit. Now we are just calculating the transfer price. In the first situation, no alternative use is there. That's why it's just charging the variable cost, which is charging, division A is charging the variable cost of rupees, that is 190 per component. 190, again it's given in the question only. You can observe here the variable cost of A is 190. The same thing is to be charged. Next, let's come to the second situation. In second situation, alternative use is given. You can observe here in the question, alternative use is given. So let's see the transfer price. So as we know the formula to calculate, that is variable cost plus opportunity cost. So variable cost, again it remains the same, 190. Opportunity cost, you can observe here in the left hand side of the question, observe very carefully. Since the alternative use is there, the operating cost savings is rupees 30,000. Okay, so this is nothing but which it is getting it from the outside. That's why it's called opportunity cost. So how to calculate the opportunity cost, which is to be foregone if it is selling this particular to the other division B, this particular opportunity cost, it will be foregone. So let's calculate how it is that 30,000 savings divided by 2,000 units. So you get rupees 15. So add both, you can fix the transfer price. The third situation is if market price is getting reduced to rupees 185, and again division A doesn't have any alternative use, so the variable cost it has to charge is transfer price which is to be charged is rupees 190. In very simple words I can say, if there is no alternative uses, observe no alternative uses, then you have to just charge 190. In the first and second situation, there is no alternative use, you are just charging 190 rupees. But in the second situation, you have alternative use. That's why you are calculating the opportunity cost, and that's what you got the transfer price of 205. That's it. Thank you.